When it came to the family's Wi-Fi, Kevon Watkins had a history of fighting with his mother and siblings. But in February 2018, a routine argument turned deadly. Watkins, a Georgia resident, became enraged when he encountered a slow connection while playing Xbox because other family members were also using the internet. Watkins decided to update the Wi-Fi password on his own. LaToya, his mother, wasn't pleased and tried taking the console out of his room. Let us dive into this story. Before we begin this video, we would like to express our deepest sympathies to the family and friends who were severely affected by this horrible crime. We would also like to send condolences to Alexus's family and friends. Today's case takes us to Macon. Macon is a city in central Georgia, located about 85 miles southeast of Atlanta. The city has a population of around 153,000 residents. Macon is known for its rich musical history, being the birthplace of Southern rock and home to legends like Little Richard and Otis Redding. The city is also famous for its historic architecture, Cherry Blossom Festival, and landmarks like the Ocmulgee Mounds National Historical Park, which reflects its Native American heritage. Alexus Brianna Watkins was born on September 1, 1997, and she is also a mother to her son Cameron. Alexus reportedly worked at Walmart, and those who knew her described her as a pleasant and loving person. She was in an ideal situation. She was dating the father of her child, who subsequently proposed to her. As with many 16-year-old boys, Kevon Watkins was an avid computer gamer. His mother, LaToya, could tell he was in one of his terrible moods when she picked him up from Westside High School in Georgia one afternoon. He was also prone to what may have been considered ordinary teenage sulks. When Kevon arrived to their Macon house, he immediately went to his bedroom and started playing his game. Because she was feeling ill, LaToya retreated to her room. In addition, Kevon's 20-year-old sister Alexus and her 13-year-old son were present. Alexus got along well with Kevon when they were in the same school. Kevon would subsequently claim that his sister had taught him everything he knew, and he missed her after she graduated. However, Alexus was now engaged to her son's father, who was 3 years old. They clashed like many siblings while being on distinct paths. On February 2, 2018, Kevon became irritated with the slow speed of the internet connection and concluded that the reason for this was because too many members of his family were using the Wi-Fi. So that no one else could access it, he changed the password. Naturally, they soon became aware of it. Kevon's younger brother arrived to inform his mother of his actions. LaToya went to unplug the Wi-Fi router and carried it into her bedroom out of frustration. Kevon rushed in to confront her. Alexus arrived to protect her mother from Kevon's outrage after hearing the disturbance. The argument quickly got out of hand. Kevon pulled his sister to the ground after they had tussled on the bed, and they began to grapple. LaToya attempted, but was unable, to break up the duo, and soon Kevon had Alexus in a chokehold, his arm over her neck. LaToya would later claim that they were unable to persuade her son to relax because his eyes were fixed. LaToya dialed 911. 5 o'clock had just passed. LaToya was unaware that 3 minutes after she had called 911, her youngest son would do the same. 10 minutes after receiving the 911 call, a Georgia deputy arrived and discovered Kevon still holding his sister in a chokehold. He requested that he free her. Alexus fell to the ground as Kevon obeyed. The young mother did not move. When LaToya began to scream uncontrollably, the officer attempted to revive her by administering cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Despite being taken to the hospital right away, Alexus was pronounced dead early the next morning. She had asphyxiated to death. Kevon broke down when he was informed that Alexus was dead, but he was unable to explain why he hadn't let his sister go. He was taken to a juvenile correctional facility and charged.
All right, you're Kevon Watkins?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Watkins, you have been charged with 2 different felony offenses. One of them is felony murder, which alleges that on or about the 2nd day of February 2018, while in the commission of the offense of aggravated assault, a felony, you caused the death of Alexus Watkins. You understand what you're charged with there?
Yes, sir.
The other warrant charges you with aggravated assault by strangulation of Alexus Watkins. You understand that?
That's right. Why is my son in charge of 70-year-old?
Because what the allegation is that she was killed during the commission of a felony offense, that being aggravated assault. That's what it's found. On a personal level, I can't give you any advice because I've never been there and don't want to be. But you're very early in the process, okay? And you got some good lawyers over there who are going to help y'all. And you just see where it goes. But that's why he's been charged the way he's been charged.
Top story tonight at 5. A Macon teen is sentenced to life in prison for choking his sister to death during a fight over a Wi-Fi password.
According to evidence in the case, in February of 2018, a then 16-year-old Kevon Watkins was arguing with his mom because he changed the Wi-Fi password to play video games. His sister Alexus stepped in and then started fighting.
According to testimony in the case, Kevon placed his sister in a chokehold for about 15 minutes. Deputies say she was still in the chokehold when they arrived on scene. Alexus died in the hospital later that night.
In August 2019, Kevin was 18 when he felt what he had done. He and his attorney had decided that he would forego a jury trial in favor of a bench trial, in which a judge hears the testimony, considers all the evidence, and renders a decision on Kevin's destiny over the course of 2 days. The deputy remembered that when he arrived 7 to 10 minutes after the 911 calls, Kevin was still holding Alexus by the neck. The human brain can survive for 3 to 6 minutes without oxygen before irreversible harm starts, according to a medical expert. The individual is most certainly brain dead after 10 minutes. Alexus Watkins' fiancé, DeAndre Thomas, who is the father of her 3-year-old, testified at the bench trial while wearing an orange jumpsuit and handcuffs. Thomas was found guilty of voluntary manslaughter in the February 2017 shooting death of Kareem Mano outside the USA Grocery on Rocky Creek Road and is currently serving a 20-year term at Smith State Prison. According to Thomas's testimony, Kevon Watkins fought with his siblings, disrespected his mother, and changed the Wi-Fi password without much punishment. According to an investigator, Kevon Watkins and his sister fought almost every day. A youngster from Macon was convicted of felony murder and aggravated assault after strangling his sister to death following a family argument over Wi-Fi. In connection with the murder of Alexus Brianna Watkins, age 19, Watkins was given a life sentence with the possibility of parole. We hope the family can move on from this, but we understand that the sentencing is heartbreaking for them because they lost 2 children. If you would like to stay updated with this type of content, please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you on the following video.